filling vacant stores in the heart of downtown Denver.
What they're doing here is, giving businesses an opportunity.
The city's project expanding to help more small businesses and breathe new life into the area.
Really think about what it represents as the heart of Colorado.
A lawsuit nearly a decade in the making.
We have poured our heart into this thing. There's no end game to this.
The city of Englewood is suing a couple over a historic site's renovation left unfinished.
We just were looking for a way forward and needed to take action.
Good evening, and thank you for watching Denver 7 News on Local 3. I'm Jessica Porter.
And I'm Amy Wattis. Downtown Denver is still struggling to get business traffic back to pre-pandemic levels.
The city and the Downtown Denver Partnership believe getting more local businesses to open up on the 16th Street Mall is key to part of the answer. And they're hoping to encourage that by offering to shoulder some of the big costs.
Now, as we reported last month, a second round of the Pop-Up Denver program has been announced. Selected businesses can get up to 3 months of free rent, along with a stipend for marketing and design costs if they are chosen. 10 new finalists will be chosen when Phase 2 launches next year. But as new businesses get ready to apply, the winners of Phase 1 are now deciding what to do next.
Denver 7's Rob Harris spoke to one of the chosen business owners as he is prepared to say goodbye to his 16th Street shop.
You've never really seen anything like this, a gallery like this on the mall.
For the last 5 months, 918 16th Street had a special tenant.
My art is always very Denver-centric, representing Denver, so it was only right that we be right here.
His friends and followers know him as Jolt, and you might know him for his amazing murals around town. But he spent the summer as part of an experiment downtown to see if, by removing some of the cost barriers small businesses face, we can reinvigorate 16th Street Mall.
The 16th Street Mall is, iconic part of Denver.
Jolt was one of 5 chosen in Phase 1 of the Pop-Up Denver program.
Welcome to the 16th Street Mall.
We caught up with him at his pop-up shop going away party. As his period of free rent through the Pop-Up Denver program comes to an end, so will his time on the 16th Street Mall.
It's a challenge just having small business. Period.
Of the 5 businesses chosen for Phase 1, we're told 3 of them will be sticking around on 16th Street Mall after their free rent ends. The folks at the Downtown Denver Partnership say they knew going into this it wouldn't be the right fit for every business permanently, but they still view it as a success overall, and they've learned lessons in Phase 1 that'll help them in Phase 2.
What is it downtown that's compelling enough to come work here more than 2 days a week?
Sarah Weavenson with the Downtown Denver Partnership says one of their goals going into Phase 2 is to imagine the next generation of businesses downtown, since fewer people are working in offices. Customers are looking for more dining and experiences, she says. So unlike in Phase 1, they'll be able to accept businesses like restaurants that need an on-site kitchen.
I think the goal is not to return to what was, but to build back better. So really thinking about amenities and events and really fun things to make it fun to come to work again.
Even though Jolt's time on 16th Street's come to an end, he says it was a great opportunity, and he's excited to see what the entrepreneurs coming after him do with the chance.
It's a great opportunity, on the economic level, and then bringing more culture here as well.
For Denver 7,
I would encourage people to go for it.
I'm Rob Harris.
Now, the Downtown Denver Partnership expects to start accepting applications for Pop-Up Denver Phase 2 in February. In Phase 1, more than 150 applications were received.
Going deeper tonight about the area, we found pedestrian traffic through the 16th Street Mall area has dipped significantly over the last 2 years of the pandemic. The city is betting on $1 million makeover to bring people back. Construction crews broke ground on the renovation project back in April and are working to create larger walkways as well as adding more artwork and plants. And I checked the city's project overview, which is available for everyone to see on denvergot.org, and it shows that crews are still working to complete the first section of 6 blocks between Market and Stout Streets. Now 13 blocks in total will have work done. And going further, there is an app you can download on your phone with real-time updates and info on business times in that area. Just look for the 16th Street Mall project in the App Store. The project is expected to wrap up at the end of 2024.
There's new developments in the police shooting death of a Colorado artist. Clear Creek County Sheriff Rick Albers issuing a statement today saying they are now collaborating with county commissioners to conduct research for the development of a crisis response team. Christian Glass was killed by a Clear Creek County deputy in June after calling for help when his car got stuck. The sheriff's office said Glass tried to stab police. Attorneys for Christian's family say body cam video shows deputies were the aggressors and that Christian was going through a crisis. The family's attorneys also pointed to a grand jury recommendation from 2020 when Clear Creek officers were on trial for a different shooting. While the officers were acquitted, the grand jury noted the insufficient resources to address individuals who suffer from mental illness. The attorneys say Clear Creek County has been on notice for more than 2 years that a crisis response team was necessary in their jurisdiction.
North Glen police say the 2 boys who were fatally shot by a homeowner had a gun and a machete. The shooting happened near 116th and Pearl Sunday afternoon. Police say the juveniles broke a fence to enter the backyard, and that's when officers say shots were fired between one of the boys and the homeowner. Police say the victim stole an airsoft gun during a burglary nearby, and that gun was a factor in the shooting. The Weld County Sheriff's Office says it needs your help finding these people believed to have burglarized Anderson Farms in Erie over the weekend. The Sheriff's Office says they took joy rides on ATVs and golf carts, broke into buildings, vandalized the property, and stole food and staff T-shirts. Anderson Farms is still figuring out how much damage was done.
RTD says someone stole wire from the W line, causing it to shut down for part of the day. The line was shut down between the Jeffco Government Center and the Golden and Oak stations. Last month, CPR reported that thieves stole wire, leading to thousands of dollars in repairs and service interruptions.
The Colorado.gov homepage is temporarily offline right now, and it's because of a cyber attack that it is now being redirected to a temporary page. So people can still access services and specific websites. The state says that the attack by a suspected foreign actor targeted state government websites across the U.S. It's unclear when the homepage will be back online.
The city of Englewood is suing a Denver couple and their nonprofit, claiming they failed to do the job they promised. The job was restoring Englewood's historic depot on Galapago Street and turning it into a community museum and gathering place. We spoke with Englewood's mayor, Nathaniel Sierra, who told Denver 7 the city filed the lawsuit on Monday. He says since the contract was signed in 2013 for $30,000, there have been numerous obligations that have yet to be met 9 years later. Obligations like making multiple upgrades for ADA accessibility and connecting electrical, water, and sewer and gas lines, which Parsons tells me he's been doing.
We did put ADA accessible ramps here. We haven't put the handrails up yet. That's another funding question we've got to solve. We've stubbed in the plumbing up here. We've stubbed in the electrical work up here.
The mayor stresses the city has been asking Thomas and Patty Parson time and time again for information on a timeline on when the project would be complete.
It's been 9 years. We wanted to see a way forward, haven't seen it. Obviously, every council has the ability to basically make a decision on certain matters, and this council just felt that 9 years was enough, and so yeah, basically just the timeline of not knowing when this was going to be completed, and we just felt we had to take action.
The city says the plan for the Parsons is to turn the inside of the depot into a letterpress operation and museum, utilizing their own resources, and seek historic restoration grants to help pay for the restoration of the site, which Parsons says he's been doing, even showing me all the letterpress equipment he's collected over the years.
All total, at this point, we've already spent over $300,000 on this project. $175,000 of it is our personal money. I've given my money and my printing equipment and my time for years to make this thing happen. I've given back to Englewood. Englewood has a treasure here, not only in this building, but in our program and in what we're doing.
Parsons says he and his wife are in the process of working with a lawyer of their own and plan on fighting this lawsuit.
Colorado firefighters are getting help fighting a wildfire in Nebraska. North Metro Fire posted these photos of a boy working with firefighters. They were extinguishing smaller fires near Halsey in central Nebraska. Now the post caption says, quote, "We think we have a future firefighter in the making."
A Denver neighborhood ready to step into a new light.
I like it a lot. It definitely does have that up and coming feeling.
Now the city is pouring in millions to expand Sun Valley.
I hope other people come from around the country and see what they've done here.
Plus, a major expansion for a National Historic Site in southeastern Colorado.
It was just perfect earlier today. Tomorrow looks great, but there may be a big change in the extended forecast.